this is endurance holds of the transverse abdominis activation in standing. So basically what that means is so your transverse abdominis is the deepest layer of your abdomen, and there is three parts to it, lower, middle, and upper, and then it wraps all the way around to your back like a corset. So we are strengthening the inner and outer range of the muscle. So that's why we are doing a full range pulling in of the abdomen. So your entire abdomen should draw in posteriorly, meaning moving back towards your spine, starting with your lower abdomen, middle, and then upper. If you're somebody that likes to kind of grip and overuse your upper abs, then what I might have you do is not really focus on drawing in the upper part at this time, but really focus on drawing in the lower in the middle. Okay, another thing you can do is make sure you're set up in a good posture to start. And so I don't want you here, like this. I want your rib cage stacked over your pelvis. Sometimes that means shifting your hips back. So your pelvis comes back and your thoracic spine, your mid-back, comes forward. So pelvis back, thorax moves forward slightly. And this kind of puts you in a good position for your abs to work better. So with these endurance holds, you're gonna start by holding for 10 seconds, maybe for like 6 reps. And then during each hold, you're just breathing normally in through your nose, out through your mouth, while keeping the entire abdomen drawn in, okay? So I like to have my hands on my rib cage so I get a good inhale out into my rib cage. Inhale, belly and rib cage expands 360 degrees. So sides, belly, back, all expand and relax. And then on your exhale is when you're doing the drawing in, okay? So if you need to, you can think of lifting up a blueberry in through the vaginal opening, drawing in the area below your belly button, between your pubic bone and your belly button, then drawing in your belly button. And then if you're also working on that upper part, then imagine your belly button's a little higher and you're drawing that area in too. Once you feel like you've gone all the way, try to draw in even more. That gets that inner range of the muscle, okay? Then you're gonna hold there and just breathe while holding the tension, okay? So I'm not gripping with my butt, I'm not crunching down to try and do this. It's simply a drawing in of the entire abdomen, okay? So again, in between each rep, you're releasing for this exercise. So inhale, exhale, drawing in lower belly, middle, upper. I'm trying to draw in even more, and then I'm holding here and just breathing while holding that contraction. And if you can't hold 10 seconds, if your muscles get fatigued, then start with 5 or whatever you can tolerate, and work your way up to 10-second holds here. And then ideally we're even working up to holding longer, so maybe for 20 seconds, holding that endurance hold, and then while breathing there. So again, we're drawing in lower, middle, and upper. We don't want your belly ever pushing out. If it's pushing out, that's a sign you're bearing down and holding your breath. I also don't want you to be, when you're breathing, I don't want you to breathe. Okay, so we want a good, even expansion, 360 degrees around the rib cage. Inhale, let your blueberry go, let everything lengthen and relax, your pelvic floor muscles relax down. Exhale, you can think of coordinating your pelvic floor with your lower abs, so you're gonna lift your blueberry up and in through the vaginal opening, draw in that lower belly, then middle, then upper as far as you can go, and then hold and breathe. And you may feel it a little bit in your back because the transverse abdominis wraps all the way around, but ideally we want to be feeling it more in those lower middle abs than we do in the back. So if you have any questions about that, you can try to troubleshoot by changing up your posture, making sure your rib cage is stacked over your pelvis. If it's too difficult and you're not getting that drawing in, then likely we need to take one step back and try this in sitting. Sitting can make it just a little bit easier to draw all those areas in. So play around with that, watch yourself in a mirror, videotape yourself. The more feedback you can give yourself, the better, to make sure that you're doing this correctly.